Hi there, Flynn567 here for Blue Paint Productions.
Ryan from Blue Paint Productions.
And Ryan, this week it's we're doing a sofa review, and you chose.
Yep, I chose this week. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you chose about 4 of them this week because I was like, nah, haven't got time to watch that. I haven't got time. Oh, I think I remember that. So we will make it up to you, right? But what did you choose?
I chose the 1981 sci-fi western Outland, one of my favourite films.
Now, we should clarify why you say sci-fi western. It's not actually like Firefly where they've got guns on their hips or anything like this. It's just kind of feel of, the guys come in town to kill the marshal and so on, and everyone's crooked.
It's a remake, well, essentially a retelling of the 1951 western High Noon. Where basically the sheriff's got to face down against the villains, and he tries to get help from the town, and everyone tells him where to go, so he's got to face them down alone. Mm-hmm. So it's really good, and it was made. I don't know if you looked this up. It's made by the same guy who directed one of your favourite films. His name's Peter Hyams. I think it's Hyams or Hims. He directed 2010.
Did he?
Yeah, and yet that's the thing. You can tell with the way I always loved that kind of the late 70s kind of early 80s Alien. The science fiction of the future. Everyone looks gritty and broken down and barely working. It's that kind of thing. And it's that kind of atmosphere.
Now that I think about it, like the consoles in the marshal's office, there is some of those. It's just magic buttons that do nothing, but they're all glowy and shiny, so let's put it in these console kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, alright, basically, here's the basic plot. Sean Connery.
Yep, Sean Connery.
Or Sir Sean Connery, as we call him in this place.
Yep.
He basically is a marshal. He's sent to some dump hole mining operation that isn't even... Apparently is like a satellite for a space station. It's like one of several mining operations that's run for a central point. And he's sent there for his 1-year rotation where he's basically the head law enforcement for this crappy place that's so crappy they actually give out tranquilizers to the staff, and it has its own whorehouse.
It's not tranquilizers.
No, that's drugs. No, the doctor clearly says that these are company-issued tranquilizers. They actually issue tranquilizers to their people.
He's on about the stuff to help them work.
No, that's the stuff. No, that's the main plot. I'm talking Dr. Lazarus says that they also issue tranquilizers.
Yeah.
So it's just like, this is truly the ass end of nowhere mining operation.
Yeah,
and people start going, well, not start going nuts, but there's a lot of suicides in this place.
Yeah, there's suicides, people have psychotic breakdowns and try to kill hookers and stuff like that, And
so Friday night in Glasgow.
Your basic average Friday night in George Square. So Sean Connery and the Doctor try to figure out what's actually going on, and should we say spoiler alert?
No, well, if you're watching these, they're always kind of spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Basically, Sean Connery actually discovers that the manager of the facility, played by Peter Boyle, who you'll probably remember as Wizard from Taxi Driver, or more recently, the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond, is actually supplying stimulants to the workers, which can make them work unimpeded for 3 weeks at a time without sleep, but the side effects are that it makes them psychotic.
Mm-hmm.
So you have stuff like, as I said, you've got workers trying to kill hookers. You've got guys walking into the vacuum with no helmets. You've got guys killing each other, smashing each other's helmets in the space vacuum, and that's where you get some awesome special effects of people's heads popping and shit like that.
They're all awesome special effects.
Well, right? not awesome.
Good for their time, because this has the feel of a kind of low budget movie that spent most of it on the set design, which is actually a good move.
And Sean Connery's paycheck, obviously.
Aye, obviously. Now, outside of Sean Connery, there's no one really huge in this movie. Certainly not for its time when it came out.
Well,
there are a few faces though.
There's people that you and me would recognise and film fans would recognise. Like, for example, see in the movie the guy, the psycho worker that takes the prostitute by hostage with a knife. That's Stephen Berkoff.
I did actually recognise Stephen Berkoff. Quite a young looking Stephen Berkoff.
He was dead young. Also, one of the 3 villains who are sent to kill Sean Connery. One of them is not Bill. Oh no, he's not. He was
Postman, isn't he?
He was Razors from The Long Good Friday, but more recently he was Hatchet Harry from Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
I didn't even notice that. Now, I was confused by something. I looked up on IMDb and it said the postman from Cheers is in it.
Yeah, that's right. John Ratzenberger's in it.
Who's he? Did I fall asleep during a bit or something?
He's barely in it. I think he's one of the workers.
Okay, because he is like in the IMDb, like pretty high up. It's like,
Yeah.
seriously?
So, sorry. So on with the plot is basically, as Sean Connery's doing digging and he stops all the supply of the simulants, Peter Boyle, i.e. the manager of the mining corporation, gets pissed off and basically sends 3 assassins to try and kill Sean Connery.
No, he calls up his associates
Yeah.
and asks for a group of the best men.
Yeah.
And he sent 2 guys after Marshall has already taken out 2 of their guys. That's one of the things that I kind of hated. Is like, if 12 guys came running into town and the Marshal beat them all up, that would have been epic. 2 assassins seem to have some sort of automatic
No, it's 3.
shotgun.
It's 3 guys.
No, it's 2, and one of his own men betray him. 2 guys is who they send to kill him, and then the guy hires one of his own men to try and kill him in the back.
No, it's definitely.
It's his new sergeant.
I know, he's one of the guys. Yeah.
But no, they only send 2 guys, and then the 3rd guy tries to kill him. The 3rd guy tries to kill him as one of his own men. The people who send the people to kill him only send 2 guys after he's already taken out 2 guys.
Yeah.
If somebody took out 2 of my guys, I would send fucking 12 guys. In fact, I would talk to Sean Connery, the marshal, and quote Sean Connery, the police officer. You know,
See, I think
you put 2 of mine in the jail. I'm being sending 2 of yours to the morgue.
which he actually did, strangely, ironically, say in The Untouchables.
Well, no, it's not ironic. I just told you I would have one Sean Connery talk to another Sean Connery, and then I would have the medicine man Sean Connery go, "This is the way your career's going to go." Now,
I can see why they tried to only do it with the 3 guys, because that's what happened in High Noon. You know, they had the 3 gunmen sent to kill Gary Cooper, you know, and stuff like that. But, you know, I think I do agree with you that if it had been more guys, then it would have been cooler. But, you know, it is a really cool kind of lead up to the final shootout. You know, he's placing ammunition and stuff like that all over the base so he can implant shotguns.
that
and
actually
stuff.
annoys me more because there's another mystery: who stole the shotgun?
Yeah, I
He
know.
plants a weapon, the weapon disappears. There's never any explanation for that. You have to assume that it's the guy who betrayed them.
It's probably the guy who betrayed
But
him, yeah.
while I said I love the set design of this, and it's kind of like, it reminds me of the ship in the first Alien film.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
But
It's that
done
kind of...
crappier. Like, it's another corporation that's a rival, but doesn't have the same sort of budget. The one that really gets to me, though, is the guns. Like, they spent all this money doing these really interesting and cool set designs. There's even, like, the marshal's office even has those kind of saloon swing doors, it's kind of a throwback and stuff like that. That's awesome. But why does everyone have a pump-action shotgun that's actually some sort of weird space automatic shotgun? And why on earth did the assassins put infrared snipers on top of these shotguns?
There we go. Here's Flynn, the weapons technical nitpicker. But, you know...
Well, I'm surprised you haven't brought the conversation round to the war yet.
Oh, no. I am fucking staying well clear of the war. You're not going to draw me into that one, mate. But, yeah...
I know what I'm nitpicking, but the atmosphere of the whole thing about this movie is it's long, it's drawn out, and it's all about the atmosphere. And I would like to have seen the Marshal with his trusty shotgun up against, you know, just spend a few bucks making something that looks pretty high tech. So it's like he is not only outgunned but outclassed as well, you know.
Well, I suppose. I mean, that's the thing is, I would say, but with the assassins turning up, you never really feel, apart from when his own man betrays him, that he's actually outclassed. Because you know he's going to get... I mean, there's never a point where it looks as if they're going to get the upper hand. You know, he knows what he's doing and he takes them out one by one. You know?
In fact, it's actually a better film up to the point before they arrive, because the tension of them coming, because you have this countdown clock of when the shuttle is going to arrive, and then he tries to contact his family, and his wife left him at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
He talks to his fellow marshals, talks to some of the people, talks to Dr. Lazarus. Just the feeling of anticipation far outweighs the guys arriving.
Yeah.
And while it's still a great film and I love it, I don't know, it felt like it was let down at the end. Well, no, the actual ending when he leaves is all good and fine.
Yeah.
But when those guys arrive, it felt like those scenes needed more weight. He needed to feel like he was in more jeopardy. Because during the fight scene where he catches his first crook that's involved with this giant conspiracy,
Yeah.
I felt like he was in way more jeopardy there when he was about to be fucking pushed into the chip pan.
Yeah. That there was more... I do agree with you, like... there was more tension, more things happened on the way up to the 3 assassins coming, and then, you know, when they turn up, it's like it's I wouldn't say mediocre, but it kind of falls short of the mark, you know.
Yeah. It's still good and still some nice stuff in it, and they kind of fall back to the effect of people popping as well, but
Yeah.
it felt a bit lacking compared to the build up it had.
Yeah. So you would say that everything up until the three gunmen coming is amazing, is
Well,
good.
I wouldn't go amazing, but if you like a drawn out, tense kind of almost space cowboy / crime thriller kind of feel to it,
Yeah,
it's very good.
that's the thing as well. Is like it's as well as it being an homage, a space homage, a science fiction homage to High Noon and other westerns. It's also got a kind of gritty urban crime thriller cop movie feel to it as well.
Yeah.
You know, is like, you know, the kind of thing you I would not.
And of course, they're stuck on this asteroid. They can't go anywhere. There's no escape.
Yeah, that's right. So that, you know, it's they're kind of stuck there and stuff like that. And you really do when you see the asteroid, you see the mining colony. You really do feel that's the ass end of nowhere. That's probably the last place you ever want to end up being.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, like I said, the set design's brilliant, and you know, it's a throwback to, like, you know, that everything looks as if it barely works. You know, it's barely hanging together and stuff like that, and that's what I like about it.
You picked this film, so I'll go first. My final thoughts.
Okay.
I have a lot of loves for this film. I love Sean Connery. I love the set design. I love the kind of claustrophobic feel of it. I love the kind of tension that goes on. I thought the person who played the boss was fantastic.
Peter Boyle.
Right. I do like him in a few things. He's especially got very funny as he got older as well.
Yeah, everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah, but this is back when he was a bit younger, and he actually plays the villain pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
However, I do have a lot of hates for it as well. It feels sometimes it is too drawn out. And because the villains turn up in the last 10 minutes of it, basically. And then when the guys actually come, you don't really feel like that, oh my god, he's done for, which has been kind of drawn out throughout the entire film. Well, not the entire film, but the last 20 minutes of the film, you have this drawn out kind of, they're coming, everyone knows they're coming, people are going off sick, here's the timer, all of a sudden all the cops are suddenly disappearing because they're off sick as well.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when they actually come, it's just two guys with shotguns. And I didn't feel that force of overwhelming danger, and there was also a character who was the sergeant who turned out to be on the take and was called out for being on the take. And he said, listen, I don't take part of anything illegal, I just take the money to look the other way from this operation.
Yeah.
And if you're smart, you will too. But I'm not going to get in the way of you if you're going after these guys, and ends up quitting because he doesn't want to be put in a position where he would have to harm the marshal who's actually become his friend.
Yeah.
It would have been great to see him make a return. Like if it was 12 guys and it gets down to the final four and they're the four best ones and he's in real trouble, then, you know, the sergeant comes back to help him out. That would have been fantastic. All right, maybe a tad predictable, but it just, there was no feeling of overwhelming force at the end. It was just two more guys for the marshal to beat on, and that kind of ruins it a bit for me. However, I would still rate it really highly. I do like this film. If you like a good tension thriller with a bit of criminal activity and whatnot, and, you know, if the sci-fi feel to it, yeah, it's a good film. I would recommend it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's got its flaws. I mean, like you said, I mean, the shootout at the end was really drawn out, and it's only two guys. And like I said, you don't really feel that, you know, they're going to take him down. And it should have been possibly more guys. And I'm not talking about a pure Arnold Schwarzenegger finale, you know, where Sean Connery's mowing down thousands of guys. But, you know, enough where you see there's a threat. But the thing, you know, overall, I mean, I was raised on watching this movie. My dad showed it to me when I was about 10, because me and him both loved High Noon. And, you know, basically told me this is a kind of modern retelling of High Noon. So I loved it, you know, because I'm a big Sean Connery fan. And I think the supporting cast are really good as well. And like I said, you know, the kind of gritty urban environment, you know, that kind of Blade Runner, Alien, 2010 kind of look to, you know, where stuff is not the kind of quasi, you know, lens flare futuristic paradise that you see in like Logan's Run or something like that.
The gritty put together on a budget feel,
barely working,
industrial kind of looking.
Industrial, yeah, kind of real kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, it's one of my favorite science fiction films, and, you know, and it's so much more than, you know, an average science fiction. It's a science fiction film. It's a western. It's a crime thriller. You know, it's got all those elements to it. So yeah, but this is one of my favorite films, and I would definitely rate it highly.
Yeah. Okay, so we both like it. We both think it has its issues, but overall, good movie to watch, especially if you like a tense kind of thriller sort of thing. So I hope that was helpful, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.